RCRedBaron here. Today I'm very excited to bring you a new plane from NitroPlanes.com. This is the new F-16 Fighting Falcon. This is a 70mm EDF jet. One of the first things you're going to notice when you take this thing out of the box is that it already has the control arms and the control horns attached to the servos already. So I don't have to actually build this piece. This is going to cut my build time almost in half just by not having to attach all these clevises. This is going to be fantastic. Okay, the first thing I like to start with is I like to go ahead and get the wings on first. And I'm going to dry fit them. Dry fit them first, make sure everything's going to line up okay. The glue that I'm laying down is not a super heavy coat. It's actually a nice, thorough, thin coat over the entire surface. Using too much glue is actually not a good thing. And there we have it. We actually have the wings and the elevator stabs attached. And I am now ready to go ahead and finish the whole bottom, including setting the wheels, setting the elevator control surfaces before I flip it back over and attach the vertical stab along with the control arm. So with the wheel hatch open, we're going to slide this part of the stab in here, slide it all the way over, and bring it down. Snug into position, bringing the hatch and latch back over. While I'm right here, I will go ahead and attach the control. Now I'll take a small screwdriver and very gently push the wires down into the groove that is already pre-made for you. For attaching your elevator control, you simply want to slide one side of the groove in through this, turn like so. Now the trick here on this end is actually an adjustable clevis that you can put in or out. And the trick here is you want the elevator to be as straight as possible so that while you're in the air, she goes straight. And that's about where I want it. It simply slides inside, pinch, and she'll lock. And she's now locked in position. Okay, now that I've got this side done, we're going to go ahead and complete the other side as well, repeating the process all the way around. Let's talk nose wheel real quick. The nose wheel on the top of the rod, you will notice that it's got a small indent in it, like a filed surface. This surface is for the Allen screw to actually get a nice strong grip on the front steering rod. You're also going to need the included Allen wrench. When you're attaching your wheel, the filed little area that we talked about needs to be facing the Allen screw. And I will simply tighten this back down nice and snug. This bottom Allen screw here is actually what allows this to be rotated left and right. So just loosen this bottom screw here, turn your entire wheel, and get your wheel aligned as straight as you possibly visually can, and then you can tighten this Allen screw back down. There's a small hole at the bottom of the vertical stabilizer, and you want to thread the wire up and through this small hole. She'll come out the side like so. Then go ahead and dry fit your vertical stabilizer. Remember to place your hand underneath the plane as you're pushing down so that you don't put too much stress on the tires. Glue. Make sure you glue along the sides. And we simply slide it back into position. Okay. To attach the actual control rod to your rudder, you're going to first need to remove this protective casing. Now you can see it's probably going to be just a little too long. There's a small hole in here that you want to thread the wire in and through, but since this is just a hair too long, I'm going to go ahead and cut this just to where I need it. When you're cutting this piece here, be sure not to cut too short. Leave yourself about a ½ inch extra for now until you get all your final adjustments done. Once we have the wire inserted into the hole, we're going to go ahead and take a small Phillips head and just tighten this down. There we go. It's a very, very light coat, and it'll be more than strong enough to hold up in the wind and during flight. Okay, so you've decided that you want to put the external tanks on the wings. They actually go on very simply. You notice there's a small notch here. That's to make way for the actual servo. And there's little tiny grooves here that this actually sits down in and just slides right over the control rod and just kind of gently fits inside this groove. I'm just going to run a very light bead along the inside the groove. I'm not using a heavy bead because, again, if something catches these, I would rather them be able to the glue kind of break away versus the actual foam tearing apart. Alright, and there we have it, the new F-16 by NitroPlanes.com. I finished the complete assembly. I've adjusted all of my elevators and ailerons and rudder surfaces, adjusted my nose gear. The next step is actually go out and actually give it a run up, let it go up and down the street a couple of times, make a few adjustments to the steering if I need to, and then we'll take it to the field. But she is done. I estimate the assembly time on this particular model, if it's your very first time doing a model, in one of these EDF jets, you're looking probably 2 hours. If you've got experience doing these, if I wasn't doing the filming and the recording, I could probably finish this in about an hour. So it's a very quick build, especially when they've got the control horns already installed. Everything's really ready to go. So I saved a lot of time. Looks fantastic. I can't wait to get this thing in the air.